Good morning, guys. Welcome to another vlog. I feel like I haven't picked up the camera in a hot minute. I also feel under the weather. My nose is blocked. I've been coughing, so if I sound congested, that's what it is. I've just been battling this cold for 3 days now. It's time to get ready. It's been a long morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. today and then went outside with Archie. Archie Fitz is our new dog. We adopted him a couple weeks ago, I believe, at our local shelter, and he's been the best. He's a Labrador, Shepherd, Great Pyrenees type mix. We have a DNA test we've been meaning to do but haven't done yet. I know last time I talked about Lucky wanting a dog and us kind of looking at the Cane Corso pit bull type situation, but after reading your guys' comments and just the amount of time that we have, it didn't feel like the best breed to get. I'm just so glad we have Archie now. So that's been a lot of adjusting. I'm also gonna get ready at the same time, have a full day today. I've been keeping all my makeup in this massive Chanel Beauty box, so I'm just gonna chit chat while I get ready. So he's just been the cutest dog ever. He's so gentle, soft, loving. He just is all around the perfect family dog. He is also quite big, which is nice and kind of what Lucky and I wanted. So one morning, Lucky told me to get in the car and that I didn't quite know where we're going. And then halfway through, he's telling me he's taking me to our local shelter that he heard about. So we went, and none of the dogs felt like a fit, but Archie, whose name was Huck at the shelter, was so cute. He was the only dog we were interested in when looking at the catalog, just because of what we needed and what we wanted for our family. And honestly, as soon as we met him, we knew we were leaving with him. And we didn't have anything set up. We didn't have a crate. We didn't have food. We didn't have anything, but we knew we couldn't leave without him. So we figured it out. And he has been so great with the kids and taking direction. There's a few things that I feel like we need to train him more on. He gets so excited that he starts jumping on people, and especially the kids, and being a bigger dog, he will knock them over, and he has. Kind of helping him figure that out. Also being able to come back, so when he runs, he disappears. Like this morning, he went swimming in our pond, and then he ended up on the other side of our property, which is a forest, and then he was gone. So Lucky got in his car and drove around to try to find him, but he couldn't find him, and Archie just eventually came back, which was good, but he didn't listen to us. So figuring out that with a dog trainer, but there's not that much to figure out and teach him because he can do a lot of the things that we'd want him to do. I didn't quite know what to expect when getting a dog, but he truly just feels like another kid to me in the best way, but also in a way that is labor intensive. But I couldn't have asked for a better fit for our family, so that's been really fun and nice. What else has been going on? So today is one of those days where it's Friday and I've done a lot of my work for the week. I probably have a couple phone calls today, and I need to film a paid partnership later on at night. So I'm going to be doing that, but today I'm going to do a self-tape with Lucky, so I'm going to be reading lines. I'm so sorry. Who is texting me? The dentist. I need to take the kids to the dentist. I'm going to go to the farm store to pick up some starter shishitos that the owner has been growing. So I'm going to be doing that. What else? Wanting to go to the cinema with Lucky later, but he's on like a really intense routine where he needs to get 8 hours of sleep, go to bed at 9, wake up at 5, work out 3 times a day, do all these like insane things to where I don't know whether it's going to fit in the schedule, but we'll just have to see. We also need to go get some birthday presents for Whimsy because on her birthday she was in the hospital, so we never got to celebrate her birthday, so we picked this Sunday to celebrate it. So we're gonna get her birthday presents. I want to cook some dinner, maybe pick up some groceries. Life has been so busy lately, but in the best way. I went to LA a couple weeks ago to film something super exciting that's in a completely different realm than what I usually do, and being in the acting movie realm was so fun, and being able to experience that, and I'm really excited for you guys to see when it comes out, has been so fulfilling that I want to tap into that more and explore that, which I never thought I would, because Lucky's the one that's always wanted to do that, and I tape with him and read lines and do auditions and talk through plays and do that whole thing on the back end with him, but I never thought that I'd be interested in that until I had that experience on set. So I'm really excited for that, actually, to tap into that more. Next week, I'm probably going back to LA for an event and to take some meetings, and then I'm gonna be back here. And Lucky's getting surgery on his knee. He tore his ACL probably 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and he used to love playing basketball and going to play with his guys, but he hasn't done that in a while, ever since he kind of tore his ACL, and then I think he never got it checked out and then re-injured it playing again. So 2.5 years later, he's finally getting it fixed. So that's gonna happen next Friday, and I'm a little nervous for recovery just because we have 4 kids, a dog, 20 chickens, a property. Like, I'm nervous to juggle all of that on top of my work, but I think it's gonna be just all right. This is what my hand looks like when I do makeup. I love using my hands for my makeup and kind of helping me get it to the spot that I like to get it. Just because my hand is warm, it warms up the product, it gets it looking all even on my face. But okay, these are some of my makeup favorites lately. I love all of my Hourglass eye brushes. These are so good. I have so many different ones. This Victoria Beckham Vast Lash Mascara, it's a tubing mascara, but it coats your lashes so good, and then you just wet it in the evening and pull it off, and you don't have to use makeup remover, which is great. This doesn't have a cap. It looks disgusting, but this say Glowy Super Gel in Warm Glow. I put this underneath my makeup. I also love this Victoria Beckham contour. It's phenomenal because you can get your nose really good and you can just be really precise with your placement. I love these Merit blushes right now. They're so good. You guys know how I feel about Chanel Beauty and their products. I just love all of them. But this multi-use stick, it's this clear balm that I put on, and it basically just looks like you're glowing from within. Every time people ask me, "You're glowing, what are you using?" This. I also love all of my Chanel Beauty eyeshadows. I have so many different palettes. They come in handy. They have fun colors, but also good neutrals. Like, how fun is this array of colors? Usually I tap more into the neutrals, but sometimes I do love a fun little sparkle, and there's so many variations of them. Yeah, like, it's so good. This is nothing new, and I have these everywhere. I'm missing the cap on this. The Iodine Lip Softening Balms. I have them in so many colors. I love their color. I think it's Boba Bounce. It's like a brown. And then I love their clear one. The texture and the feel of them is phenomenal. It's truly something else, unlike anything I have. Here's the thing. I love trying out new makeup products once in a while when I feel frisky. But trying out new skin products, I always feel tempted, but literally every time I do it, I regret it, because it's not like my skin breaks out and I get spots or anything. It's just the overall texture of my skin that goes odd. Like, even now, my skin is a very weird texture. So I'm not quite sure how to do that. Maybe I need to give the products more time. Maybe I just need to stick with what I have. I'm not quite sure. I think I have blush blindness. There's truly never enough blush. I don't know what I'm doing for my lips today, to be honest. I just discovered these Merit lip liners. I'm a MAC lip liner girl. I love Cork and Chestnut for my MAC lip liners. But they're somewhere where I don't know where they went. They probably are in some purse somewhere. But these Merit lip liners go on so smooth. Truly like butter. What do we use? Oh, what is this? Westman Atelier. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Maybe we do a matte lip today. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at my hair though. I dyed my hair and I am so proud of myself for finally making that decision. I think it looks good. I had to get used to it for a hot minute. But now I am pleased with how it looks. What do I do with it today? I think I'm just gonna do my classic flip out. This is one of my favorite rings. It's a pinky ring. I also cut my nails short because I got overstimulated the other day gardening and I haven't felt the same since. Okay, this is how I do my hair. Any hair professionals, look away. Disregard. But I love flipping my hair up. My hairstylist, Kendra, she uses a barrel curling iron to do my flip, which I love how it holds the shape and the shape goes a little bit more round. But I'm not skilled enough to be using one of those devices, so I just take my straightener and kind of flip up the ends and then hairspray it. Is this the most efficient and probably best way to do it? No. Is this what I can do not knowing how to do hair? Yeah. I also for the summer think I would like to get a curly sew-in again, just because it gets so humid and my hair naturally is like a 3C. I mean, it's probably so heat damaged that it's a 3B at this point. But when it gets humid, my bob doesn't do what it needs to do. It cannot hold the shape. So I'm thinking of doing a curly sew-in for the summer. But sew-ins sometimes make me feel like I'm wearing a helmet and I get claustrophobic. Then I go in with the Color Wow hairspray. Sometimes I do the Kendra one. Sometimes I did the Amika one, but I ran out. And I just spray from the bottom. I can't breathe. These are my favorite brushes. I love this one. This one has been making my hair static, which is weird. Then I just go in and kind of set my hair. I am obsessed with shishito peppers and I tried growing them from seed in my greenhouse, but that didn't work. So I texted the owner of the farm and he does it for himself, so he started some for me as well. So I'm picking them up. And then what else? I want to go to Hobby Lobby and, okay, this is super random, but I want to frame letters that Lucky and I wrote to each other and put them in our bathroom. And the inspiration is from Grey's Anatomy, where Meredith Grey framed their little note that they got married on. I'm wanting to do that. And what else? If we have time, pop by the grocery store. I think that's all we have for now. I know that I probably also have to hop on a couple phone calls about work. And also when I get back, I need to go through the first pass of my cookbook that I'm gonna chat about later. I just need to wrap my mind around it. I've been so nervous looking at it and like really sitting with it just because it feels like such a monumental step in this journey. So that's been really exciting. It came in the mail yesterday. So we're gonna have a look at it when we get back home. Okay, we've made it to UPS. I'm gonna run in with my sister, who's right here. She's a little shy, just a little bit. We're gonna run in, give that back, and then we're gonna go to the farm store right after. We just dropped off the package in there. We're heading to the farm store now, and then I'll report back when we're there. I've been obsessed with Ray's new album. I truly know every single song, and I went to her show in New York, and it was phenomenal. It was so good, and it's between Ray and then who else do we listen to?
Noah Kahan.
Yeah, my sister's obsessed with Noah, and what song did you introduce me to? Orbiter. Very good song.
Yeah, but all his new songs, well, all his songs in general, but his new album just, oh, it's so good.
My sister's obsessed. I wish we could jam out to music together, but I've heard that's not a thing on YouTube. So I'll see you when we get there. I'm actually really proud of myself that I only walked out with the thing I actually wanted. These are 6 shishito plants. I hope they produce enough for what we need. The person I got them from said that they yield a lot and he harvested a lot, so I think we'll be good with 6 because we also have to space them in the garden bed. Let's go. Is that big enough for this one though? I think we're sticking with this one. Yesterday the kids baked sugar cookies and they had some of them for dinner and the rest got wet and I had to get rid of them. And this morning the kids woke up devastated asking where their cookies went. So I said the fairies got them and said that they saw them from the kitchen window and they looked so delicious and all the fairy friends had a little late night snack. And then Rumble today decided to write the fairies a note and said, I'm going to show you the note, but she said, please don't eat our cookies, fairies. We'll make you your own. So they're at the dentist right now. Lucky took them to the dentist. So I'm going to get some flowers outside and leave them as a little sorry and write a little note from the fairies that they would love their own cookies. So that's also a project we're doing this weekend, baking them some cookies. But I think I'm going to get them some of these purple flowers. These are so cute. So I think the fairies are going to leave these as a little sorry. This is the little fairy note. Please not eat our cookies. We will make you some. So, yeah. Flowers, little fairy note. And I'm going to leave this together.
She has to keep the glass. And my own toothpaste and my...
We're making dinner. I haven't forgotten about my shishito plants. I'm going to plant them as soon as we go out there and get some lettuce for our salad. But I'm making lemony Greek potatoes. They're my hyperfixation. They truly are. And then I'm probably just gonna... I'm still figuring it out. I know I want protein from chicken. I just don't know quite how I'm gonna do that, whether I'm just gonna bake it with the potatoes or whether I'm going to saute it separately. We'll cross that bridge when it comes, but I think just starting with the potatoes because they need an hour in the oven and chicken doesn't need that long. I'm cutting dinner so close. It's 5 o'clock right now. Usually we'd be eating at this point, but we had the dog trainer come over. But my sister made a Greek salad that I'm gonna get some lettuce for in a minute and get the dressing going, so she did all the chopping. I usually do 3 pounds, but it's more people eating and I also really enjoy this as leftovers. So I'm gonna make a little extra to have some tomorrow. There's nothing better than a gelatinous chicken stock. I have all my potatoes in my pans. I'm gonna do chicken broth and then I have lemon juice and then I'm also gonna do olive oil and some mustard. Okay, and then I do about half a cup each, and then I'm gonna do some olive oil. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough olive oil. No. Do we have any more olive oil? I love a good olive oil. There truly is nothing better.
We still need olive oil for the salad.
The salad, I know. There's something in there, and I mean, this one is literally empty now. And then I do a little bit of Dijon. I'm just gonna do some whole grain mustard actually, because I couldn't find the one I usually use. And then I do some pepper. I also forget that I usually put an onion in, so I'm gonna do that really quick and then pop them in the oven for an hour. I look a mess right now, but I was cooking dinner and I look out the window and I see a fox running across the grass on our pond and he has chickens in his mouth. I start freaking out. I run outside, don't even care to put shoes on, chase down the fox. Didn't make it in time to get to him, but then I turn around, go to where all of our chickens were let out this morning, and I can't even describe what I saw. I don't want to. Moral of the story, we have 7 chickens left out of 19. we put dinner plans on hold. I'm not cooking what I wanted to cook for dinner. I don't even know what to say. We're probably gonna order in food tonight. I don't feel like cooking anymore. We made the kids some dinner. They're eating right now. We're out here watering the garden and planting our shishito peppers. And then we're gonna go inside, have an early night, and kind of digest what happened and check on the other chickens. I want to make sure they're all right because they look like they're in shock. I'm so devastated, but I can't even talk about it right now. I decided to get some arugula for our salad that's inside that I don't want to scrap. So my little bouquet of arugula that I'm gonna add to the salad. Good morning, guys. It's been a few days since the chicken incident. We've recovered from it and we're back. It's been a hectic morning. This morning I did a self-tape with Lucky. Now I'm sitting down since I got the first pass of my book back, which is crazy. I went to New York a couple days ago, sat down with my publishing team to go through all the design notes and all the tweaks that need to be made. So the first layout basically means that you get your book back the way it's supposed to be, and then you go in and rectify things, look at how the recipes are spelled out, pictures you might like, might not like, want to switch, that sort of thing. And then it goes into second pass where you do the same thing again, and then it goes into print. So this is a really exciting step in the journey. I want to show you so bad, but I don't know whether I can, but I'll just give you a glimpse. I have all these sticky notes everywhere. So I'm going to sit down and go through this, send all my edits over. I have a PDF and then a printed out version, so I'm going to go through the PDF and do that since we're sending it in today, which is really exciting.
Surgery day.
We're on the way to the hospital right now. We're going to be there in 10 minutes. I'm going to drop Lucky off. I'll see you in. And then I'm going to go back home and take care of the gremlins. And then how long did they say it was going to take? Lucky's surgery is only an hour. So after an hour, I'm going to head back and get him and bring him home. We're going to blast some music. That's what we're going to do. Get in a good mood. I'm so exhausted right now. I made it back from the hospital, and I have a few hours until Lucky's out of surgery, so I decided to work on my garden. My chickens are roaming and they don't want to go back in their coop. I don't want to leave them out here because of predators. We have hawks circling and the fox got them last time, so I don't want to risk it. But let me show you my garden. So this is what we did today. We built this little cucumber cage out of some cattle wire I found from the previous owners, and hope that that's gonna help my cucumbers. And then I staked all of my, what is this again? Pole beans. Sorry, I forgot. I staked all of my pole beans, and then I also staked my tomatoes. These are really thriving. I saw a tomato down here that looked really promising, but it snapped off. I harvested all of my radishes. This one isn't quite there yet, but look how beautiful they are. But they're so pretty. I'm probably gonna pickle these. This is my romaine. Then I have my iceberg lettuce right here. Bib, pak choi, my beautiful Swiss chard, curly kale, Russian red kale, which I thought was so fun, dinosaur kale, and then this is my spinach, and then all of this with the flowers is arugula. Before planting it myself, I never realized just how big the leaves could get. This is my hand for reference. This has been such a blast. Also, my grapevines are starting to do their thing, which is really fun.